And the country's fisheries continues to face challenges for 2013. The Bureau of Fisheries has undertaken several programs to contain overfishing in certain parts of the country. What has overfishing done to affect supply in the future as consumption increases with a growing population? What other programs are in place or will be implemented to ensure there is sufficient supply for our people? Joining us tonight live on NewsLife is Director Perez Asis of the Bureau of Fisheries under the Department of Agriculture. Good evening, sir.
And good evening to our viewers.
Yes, sir. What is the overall fish production in the country, and does fishing cover both freshwater and those harvested from our coastal waters?
Yes, currently we have the third quarter figure. From first quarter to third quarter, we have about 3.46 million metric tons of fish production. And we expect to be able to get at least 1 million more for the fourth quarter. So, and it covers, yes, both the coastal and also the freshwater sector.
So with that figure, is it sufficient to meet our current needs?
Yes, that is more than sufficient to meet our current needs. In fact, the Philippines is exporting a part of its production.
So what about overfishing? Has this been a major problem, and what other problems is the fishing industry being faced with?
Well, of course, we have stated this a long time ago that there are signs of overfishing in 10 of our 13 major fishing areas.
Sir, to mention in Zamboanga, was there a problem with sardines? Are we still short of supply?
Well, we used to have a problem in 2010, and that prompted the government to set up the closed season for sardines in Zamboanga. And now we're reaping the return of that particular effort. In fact, there was an increase in supply of sardines in Zamboanga, not only in Zamboanga, but throughout the country.
Sir, now with overfishing, especially when fishing is banned in certain areas, what programs do you implement to replenish the supply in these waters?
Well, of course, when you do closed season and when there's overfishing, what you can do is to do what you call closed season. What you do there is you allow the fish to multiply. You know, you allow them to spawn. You allow them to have baby fish, and so at the end of the day, you'll have more fish, and that's what we're doing right now in two major areas: one in Zamboanga and one in Visayan Sea.
Sir, how about the destruction of our corals? How does this affect fishing, especially?
Well, our fisheries, particularly the wild fishery, is based on the health of our natural resources, particularly mangroves, as well as forests. And so the government is now working very hard in ensuring that we're able to protect these base resources, we call them. That's why you have a lot of effort now that is trying to stop dynamite fishing and trying to stop all forms of destructive fishing method.
Yes, sir, as you've mentioned. So how is our information education campaign going right now?
We need all the help we can get, in terms of informing the public on the deleterious effect of destructive fishing method. We have to educate them on the need to be sustainable, to adopt measures that will ensure that there will be no overfishing, at least for the wild population, and also to make sure that whatever production that we do is sustainable. For instance, in the past years, we have a lot of fish kills. But as you can see, in the past 2011, 2012, particularly in 2012, we don't have major fish kill anymore, because that is our strategy to make sure that fishery production is sustainable and is appropriate, so that we don't have unnecessary losses in our production.
How about, sir, another problem? Do we still encounter the smuggling of fish? And how is our imports of fish from other countries?
Well, last year we had about 900,000 metric tons of importation. But based on the figure now, we have a lower importation, so we're about 700,000 metric tons compared to 900,000 metric tons last year.
So far, sir, does this compete with the income of our farmers, or?
Well, especially in times when we are declaring closed season, we are more lenient in allowing importation, because the imported fish will be used by the factory so that the workers can continue to produce sardines or other canned goods, for instance. But overall, we are not encouraging importation. We would like to encourage more local production so that our farmers or fishermen will be benefited from this, from the income derived from production.
Sir, how about a final word from you, especially to our fishermen and to those who still continue to do some sort of illegal methods in fishing?
Well, overall, what our assessment is that there's growing consensus among our players that there's really need to be sustainable. Meaning, we're now having the support of most of our fishermen, coming from the commercial as well as the municipal sector. And we're very grateful to the support that we're getting now from the industry. And of course, also the media, who is helping us very much in ensuring that the information that we are supposed to provide the people are able to reach them on time. And I think that's the way to move forward, and we expect more collaboration from all the sectors of our society for the continuing production of our fish and fisheries product.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for joining us tonight on News Live. That was Director Asis Perez of the Bureau of Fisheries. Thank you, sir.